Okay, so the game crashed, and we're now back to the stage where we had just taken Oxyrhynchus. After that, we had defeated a rebel army here, and we had just fought the Battle of Jerusalem. Unfortunately, we're now back here. Let's see. Just recruiting some more troops. Fortunately, I know that these won't be recruited in time, so I'm cancelling them. Just see if I can get some more. Couple more phalanxes. Oh, actually, just realised that my income is going to bankrupt me next turn. Food is not a problem at the moment, so I'll just cancel that. Just cancel that for now. Right. I understand it is a bit of a problem with the mod that it does sometimes crash after a battle. I've turned off the sound as I have an echo. I'm hoping that in turning off the sound that will hopefully cancel that out. So we will see. Cataban are doing something, but I can't see what they're doing. Not entirely sure where they are. Let's go through quite quickly. So we've got an uprising in Syria, Libya. We've got attrition in Tyros. Disease in Oxyrhynchus, which is not great at all. I achieved the objective. A few more consuls and the Greeks are doing something different. Macedon has defeated Rhodes in a naval engagement. The Arcanians have invaded Attica. Rome has given Philip warning Macedonia not to make war on any Greek state. So Rome have declared war on Macedon. I'm not sure if this is... it's a historical events message, sorry. wondering if that was actually happening in the game. Okay, I need to get a defensive or military alliance with Rome for 5,000 and a diplomat. So Aristomenes wants to marry Berenike. I don't want to reduce influence for Ptolemy, so I will give blessing, and I'll have to deal with any rebellions. Okay, well, hopefully these haven't been infected with a plague, though probably have been. We've got the rebel army here, so I will deal with them. Just put them into reinforcing distance of town here. I will then march to try and save Jerusalem. Balance bar slightly in my favour-ish, so we're going and fight the battle. Battlefield. I'll wait. They just stayed at the back. Unfortunately, I've forgotten to say the arch is just in front with skirmishers. My general obviously keeping up the rear. Rear take the dry day. If they don't come to me, I will go look to take the slight advantage of the hill up there. Okay. So I'm going to just set them at a slight angle. For the moment. So the arch is just in front. The light infantry just here, and I will put my general at the back, start the battle. This time they are actually coming to me, so things will go slightly different in this battle from the last time, which is interesting. Or are they just manoeuvring? No, they were just manoeuvring. They will require me to come to them, so they've got some light skirmishers, some militia spearmen. The Royal Guard is at the back, so the heavy melee infantry are they're keeping at the back. I think the main problem for us is potentially the camel archers, because I don't really have anything to chase them down if they were so inclined to flee away. just wait for the garrison to join us. So, have a quick look at my general whilst that's going on. I presume this is my general. Quite hard to see much of a difference between any of them. But he's the only one carrying a shield, so I presume he's shock cavalry, so good in a charge, but not much else. Okay, the garrison are nearly here. I am going to move slightly over to try and get the hill advantage. Let's just go back to normal speed whilst I manoeuvre my troops. Okay, so got to group these. Okay. He's gone into that particular style.
What are your orders?
Move
We are
there.
at your command.
I'll just keep these in a bit of a reserve kind of formation.
On me. We await your command. At speed. Right march. Orders, my lord. At speed. Light infantry at your command.
Keeping the flanks down a bit because
At the ready.
of their camels.
Quick march. We will darken the skies. Advance at speed. At speed. Shock cavalry ready.
Just make sure that none of these are running. I don't want them to. I want them to use as little energy as possible.
Marching order. Gamer cavalry.
In getting to the enemy. I'm now going to just move them forwards a little bit, and I think a bit more to the side. Where is the... Still got quite a bit of space up here. I haven't moved anywhere. So I'll carry on. I'll move a bit further to the right. Move this phalanx just a bit over here.
At the ready. At the double. By your command.
If you press space bar down like I'm doing, then you can see where the troops are going.
Missiles at your command. At the double.
So they still haven't reacted. I'll just use this opportunity to put myself in a bit better of a position. Uh, So, balance bar is 50-50. They're still not moving. Still out of range. So I carry on moving forward a bit. Trying not to get the archers too far in front. So I'm just out of range still, but very close to being in range. I do have a slight advantage in terms of archers. I believe so. I think just alter this a little bit so that it's a bit more of a slant going this way, as I've slightly changed the flanks. They are managing to shoot somehow, but I'm not. That's a sign for them to move forward. So let's move my troops back. Sorry. Just move my troops back slightly. I will going to move my archers back there and here, and skirmishers back here. I think I've allowed them to get a bit too far in front, but I've managed to draw them out anyway. I'm not sure if they've got something that's got really better and they're hitting my phalanx. for a flank attack on my phalanx here. They've completely avoided this phalanx to the right, so I'll push that forward a bit. Send.
Quick march! Quick march! Fire!
Not sure who is fleeing. Who's fleeing? Oh, some archers must have got caught up in the fighting this time.
Missile infantry ready! Find your target!
Things have gone a bit differently from the last fight, I'm afraid, but there we go. Not as good this time. There's the this phalanx has won its battle effectively. I sent fire my archers on their equivalents. Not sure what they're doing. The phalanx on this flank has effectively won. Some skirmishers here. Send this phalanx in. It's not that great at charging, obviously, but my general doesn't need it. I'll send my men forward. We've won the middle. The left flank isn't doing too great. The archers somehow get into combat. Obviously not paying enough attention. So they've still got a lot of archers left, so I didn't have an archer advantage really. Keep moving these forward. I do have an archers coming back from their routing, so I will use them to fight against their archers.
Proud sons of Egypt!
We'll speed this phalanx up to get involved.
We await your orders!
My general seems to be taking his time over these camel archers. They don't seem to be killing each other at all. We'll send this phalanx in to try and help.
Darken the sky! To the Pharaoh, strength unto him!
Okay, let's have a look at what's going on. So, phalanx here. Slowly defeat their spear infantry, and that's them defeated. Got some melee infantry at the front. I'm chasing down their men here, which is I'm actually fine with at the moment because it actually puts me in a position where I can potentially flank around their archers, which is a bit of a problem. So I've got a victory. I don't have much chance of chasing them down as they're far more manoeuvrable than me, so I'll just end the battle. It's a decisive victory. Lost 330 double layers, but I did do a lot better last time, paying attention to what the archers were doing, and they got caught up in the fights. I didn't manage to kill any of their regiments totally, particularly. So all of them will survive and potentially come back later. I will replenish my units. Unfortunately, they run towards Tyros, which is unfortunate. I certainly didn't want them to do that. Which means I'm going to have to chase after them, because I certainly don't want them reinforcing the Seleucids. Again, it is only slightly in my favour, so I'm going to have to fight this battle. So I regret not killing any of their regiments. However, they're all quite reduced, apart from really come out of that battle damaged. So I've got a particularly parched landscape. I'm not going to try and set up the hill, because clearly they're not going to go towards me. This is very much a battle for me to win. I do not believe they've actually got their cavalry units anymore. No, they are just their archers and their infantry. So they've got horse archers. So I will keep the phalanxes in the centre this time. The archers can go out in front. The skirmishers. So I will actually pick the archers to the left and right of the skirmishers. That hasn't worked. Or has it? What? Yeah. So the archers will get a flank shot. I'll put the second line. I will have the heavy melee infantry on either side of the phalanxes. Phalanxes will just control the centre, and I will just have I won't bother doing anything too fancy there. I won't bother with reserve, apart from the reserve is my general. The balance bar is actually not in my favour particularly, but as far as I can see, we've got far better troops. So I mean, these are mainly just militia skirmishers, militia archers. I mean, most of the troops are just militia, so I don't see why it is saying they're better than me. They've got camel archers. A couple of units of heavy melee infantry at the back, but not something that I'm particularly scared of. So I will just go on a march forwards. Deal with it. It's a pretty straight up fight, really. So I'll just move my troops into range. Just moving to the right slightly. No point in rushing. So still quite a way out of range. Just out of range. So I'll move these up to where the archers are. Then I'll slightly move them forward just a little bit. They're a bit further out than I thought. One of their archer units, all archer units, actually charges in and does a good job. Right, let's slow down the speed. I hadn't expected that. I've actually put a phalanx unit right up the front. Moving my general to a flank now, because my infantry is stronger. I will send them in. Sent by a general after their horse archers. Skirmishers have engaged one of my phalanxes, which is interesting. Got some spearmen coming after my general from the looks of things, so I'll move him out of the way. Send him into their horse archers. I'll speed him up a bit to ensure he doesn't get caught up by the spearmen. And their horse archers have realised what I'm doing. Oh, and they are going to charge. I haven't got a very good charge off, obviously. We can continue charging through to hit the archers. Yeah, there's more archers, skirmishers who might pick up spears. So let's go. The enemy are now beginning to rout quite a bit. Right, so let's get him out of there. No point in risking him. Send him into another group of archers. Pretty much leaving the field mainly now. they've got javelins. They've forced them back pretty much to the edge of the battlefield now. So now they've just got these horse archers who aren't fleeing. Just leave my general to chase those. It's just a case of pinning down these horse archers now from the looks of things. I've decided to take the charge of my light infantry. But hopefully they can pin them down enough whilst my rest of my phalanxes get in. I could have taken the general back, but decided not to. He's suffered quite a bit. So this should pretty much end it. Now that these have all got involved. The archers can stop shooting. And they've got away, so we might as well end the battle. Another decisive victory. Another achievement. Regular soldier, which is great. Right, let's end the battle. 36, so still not a... So did my general. He's killed nearly half of our enemy. So let's see. We will carry on to replenish because I quite like replenishment. So that is the Nabatean army dead. We're now close to Tyros, which has 2 armies around it, with a rebel army behind. I don't know if the rebels would take any particular position. However, I will not go straight in to try and fight that battle, as I think we'll lose. So I will hopefully replenish up a bit here. Just added some more research. I'm going to keep the Sons of Zeus outside because of the plague. I'm going to be going bankrupt next term, which is not great. However, I think we're just going to have to accept that, and I'm going to recruit more troops to try and get Tyros out of trouble. I mean, from what I can see, they are all there in reinforcement range. We've got this army, which is in the sea, so they're actually blockading, interestingly, with an army, a very powerful army. I actually don't see how I would be able to defeat them. Garrison of Tyros is heavily depleted, and Anastasius is also in a bad way. I think that I'm going to have to face that Tyros is going to be lost. Really need 2 armies rather than 1. So can I recruit units? No. Can I hire anybody? Hire some mercenaries who are expensive. Get a unit of camel archers. Some mercenaries hired. I'll leave them in Jerusalem to hopefully replenish a bit. Just repair the buildings in Jerusalem. And let's go to the diplomacy. And as we've got that objective, might as well see if we can get anything agreed with Rome to perhaps improve their attitude to us or anything. To see if we can perhaps
There's a good pork roasting
get
for
this.
you.
So we've got a non-aggression pact with Bessie.
But first, we
Can we
talk.
perhaps have a trade agreement? No. Carthage.
Carthage welcomes you. You have our rapt attention.
Carthage have agreed a trade agreement, which is great. Do with the money. Garamantia. We've got a non-aggression pact and trade already. I think ideally we'd like to go down south and just take their land. Rome.
I welcome
See
you on
if we
behalf
can
of
get
the people and give in
anything
to your
with
wishes.
Rome. So it's low for a trade agreement. What?
We thrive in foreign ventures only when such works are subject to...
Okay, they're not particularly keen on doing anything at the moment.
Does not demand the fripperies and gewgaws that you offer in trade.
So I can't really see. They're at war with Insubres, who we don't know. And Carthage, which is going to cause a problem, as they're our ally. Oh, it wasn't Nabatea who fought me. So who? Oh, are there 2 separate ones? Yes, there are actually 2 separate ones, interestingly. Which is nice to make it nice and confusing.
Come, my friend, speak. We are men of words.
See if they will
and
just...
so serve our peoples with honor. We have good reason to
We've got
accept
trade agreement with them, which is okay.
Welcome, friend. Let us conclude our business with good haste, and then enjoy the pleasure you have heard of your
So a few people who refused us before are now becoming a bit more approachable. We'll have to see if the Kush move at all towards us in the next turn. The other Nabatea we defeated, so hopefully they don't have others' armies lying around. Sulfine. Haven't done anything to us yet. Pergamon are fellow Greeks, so they don't actually like us that much.
Greetings, and
Let's
now
see.
business.
No chance of a trade agreement or non-aggression. See.
Your deceit.
Okay.
You have my attention. Speak, and try to do it well, but to betray my...
No, they won't accept
I
non-aggression.
will listen carefully to your words, and then give judgment. So, greetings, and now business. Betray my... Greetings.
So,
Do not waste
fortunately,
time
with a
on
lot of Greek
information.
states, it is going to be a case of
Greetings. Well, do not stand there, mute as though with the tongue cut from your head. This
fighting. Okay, I will just end turn and see what happens. Oop, we are on the verge of bankruptcy, which I know. Got character with a skill point to obtain. So he's going to make him a career officer. Which will help him manage the troops. Okay, let's just set this and see what happens. So the Seleucids do go into Tyros. There really is no point in fighting this. So I'm just going to auto-resolve it. There is no way I'm going to defend this against this troops. Unless something strange happens. Alright, let's see what happens. I'll fight it and see her, which gives me a okay. So the enemy is pretty much just over here. They've got tons of siege equipment. It's almost worth just giving them the gates. I mean, the walls. They do only have a small band of archers. I don't believe that if I destroy a ladder that it will cause it to destroy the troops, so I don't think we've got that advantage. I've just realised I don't actually have any archers anyway. So I've got 2 ships in the sea. I will just block up this road here. 2 sets of spears. Okay, to stop them from flanking around, I'll just send another spear unit here. Can they get through here? With difficulty. I'll just keep the spears and my general in defensive mode here. I'll just start the battle. I'm not going to bother defending the walls. Just going to let them come to me, and I will try and defend the city itself. They've got a massive army here. They've got a fleet over here.
Moving out. Set oars. Show them steel, Tyros.
I will try to kill their army coming by sea.
Set them ablaze. Assault ships ready for orders. Attack! Artillery at your command. Fire on enemy ships.
The army of the land is slowly approaching. Safely say they're not going this way. I'll just send these down here to cover this little road here.
Assault ships ready to attack. Artillery awaiting orders. Fire on enemy ships.
ship has spent its ammunition. This one, so let's go into melee mode. Which I really don't know how to do a ship engagement on this kind of game. The only ship engagements I've done is on Empire Total War. So I believe that I'm using that particular boarding action. Send them after those archers. You should be able to kill them. Even then it looks like they're going to get defeated. So, not sure how they managed to get killed by some archers in a boarding action, but there you go. I'll have to pay more attention to that. Okay, so their army's about to come up to the wall. Just going to speed this up. This game is effectively over. So, call it a day. I actually only sacked Tyros. I didn't actually take it from the looks of things. Carthage, we're set to non-aggression pact. Which of course will somewhat scupper our agreement with Rome from happening. So Vasilis obviously didn't actually want Tyros from the looks of things, which is a bit of a surprise, seeing as they spent a lot of time to attack it. No, well, now the rebels have taken it over. Some very bad results there. Tyros has actually been taken by the rebels, which is somewhat amusing. Now I could look to take it back, but I saw the Seleucid army coming up this way. There's one as well as one going back to Antioch. Salamis is threatened by a rebel army. And of course I'm bankrupt, which isn't helpful. Let's see. Anyway, we'll wait till next time and see what happens. Garrison at Bosra looks good. So have a look at Tyros and see if I just go straight in there. And give them some. Some ladders. Get 2 sets of ladders and I will go straight up in Tyros. This rebel army is still around, so hopefully the sons of Zeus and Ammon can destroy it. It's easy enough. Should be able to just... I'll go into protective. Lost a bit more troops than I'd have liked, but there you go. I will replenish. Then I will send this army towards... What's that called? Ayla? Ayla. I sent the sons of Zeus towards Ayla. Hopefully Kush will not attack. They're still at least a turn away, so I should be able to defend it if they do attack next turn. But the Sons of Zeus will be able to attack Ayla next turn. They haven't got much of a garrison, so I'd be able to take it. They've got gems, which will be nice. Right, so event messages. Lost the army for Tyros, which we knew. Right, so income is still a big problem. But hopefully when Alexandra has been done up, it will solve that. Okay. Well, thank you for listening. See you next time.